Leon Carte nearly lost a Shadow Locust war turret before the battle finally broke his way. He had watched that side of the field the whole time. Only after the last goblin died did he ease up. If he had not loaded a relic into the turret, in time he would have lost it. The dead goblins dropped 6 goblin handbones. The elite goblin hurler dropped hurler's insight, and an ascension stone shard. Goblin handbones reduced attack interval. Hurler's insight reduced the interval of throwing attacks. The shard could advance a common turret. Leon used the shard on his skeleton bone bastion. It advanced into an iron bone skeleton bastion. Its stats rose. It gained 2 relic slots. Leon loaded the enhanced Gale Feather Plume and Hurler's insight into idea. Its total interval reduction reached 35. It could now attack 3 times in 2 seconds. His black territory expanded again. At the edge of the newly claimed land, a new turret appeared. It looked like a bird nest. Gale Feather Sparrows flew out of it. Leon checked it. An elite Gale Feather Sparrow bastion from the Life Sovereign faction. He ordered the Ironbone Skeleton Bastion to attack it. Its owner reacted in anger. A flock of Gale Feather Sparrows rushed into Leon's black territory and reclaimed land. Leon answered with concentrated fire. The Ironbone Skeleton Bastion and the nearby Skeleton Bone Bastions cut them down. He gained energy and 5 elite Gale Feather Plumes. He fused them into a 4 Gale Feather Plume. It granted 100 armor and reduced attack interval by 25. Leon replaced the old plume. The Ironbone Skeleton Bastion's total interval reduction rose to 45. Its attack speed nearly doubled. That ended the exchange. The elite Gale Feather Sparrow Bastion was destroyed. Leon gained 1,000 energy, 2 elite Ascension Stone Shards, and 1 transcendent Gale Feather Plume. He built 2 new Skeleton Bone Bastions at the frontier, and advanced them. With the elite shards, 2 more Ironbone Skeleton Bastions began throwing bone fragments into the White Zone. Above the battlefield, Nethros the Death Sovereign and Aurelia, the Life Sovereign, watched the board of the Crucible of Life and Death. Aurelia wanted Leon in the Life faction after seeing him use Sovereign assimilation. Nethros rejected that. During Leon's deal with the Oracle Tree, Morvain the Reaper had given him a Sigil of Ascension. That counted as an invitation from the Death faction. Nethros then gave Leon a blessing. A prompt sounded in Leon's mind. He had obtained Gaze of Death. Within his territory, energy gain relic drops and special item drops AL increased by 50. All turret attacks carried death aura. They gained execute chances based on enemy quality. Turrets also gained a chance to permanently increase their stats with each kill. Advancement now had a chance to reveal a special path. His territory surged past 11,000 square kilometers. That pace enraged the 4 nearby Life faction representatives. They sent more goblins and fallen imps at him. Leon laughed. To him they were bringing supplies. The Shadow Locust war turret had always fired fast, but lacked damage. Under Gaze of Death, it gained growth and execution. 1 sweep of shadow spikes cut through the tide. About 1/5 of the fodder died instantly. As bodies fell, the turret permanently gained armor, attack, and defense. Leon built more locust cannon nests and fused them upward. When the 7th advanced turret was born, a special path appeared. Death Miasma Locust Bastion. Its attack ignored defense. Its attack method was Death Miasma Ring. Leon chose it and placed it in the region where Renplate Behemoths appeared. Death Miasma Ring was an indiscriminate area attack. Anything that entered it was eroded by death aura. The high armor and defense of the Renplate Behemoths meant nothing. They died before they could reach the turret. As they died, the turret gained permanent statsy. Its ring became forbidden ground. The opposing representative stopped sending Renplate Behemoths toward Leon entirely. When the 4th Renplate Behemoth Bastion fell, Leon obtained a tablet-like special item, Crucible Trade Network. The market was full of relic special items and turrets. Most goods were common. A few were elite. Very few were transcendent, and those were too expensive. The item that caught Leon's eye was Lone Wolf Fang. Attack 1. Price 80 energy. Stock 108. He spent 7,200 energy and bought 90. He fused them in groups of 10 and obtained 9 Lone Wolf Fangs. Each one gave attack 10. He loaded 4 into the frontline Shadow Locust War Turret. It became a mowing machine. He loaded the other 5 into the Death Miasma Locust Bastion. Its attack surged to 58 and still ignored defense. Within 10 kilometers whoever entered died. Then one nearby Life faction representative finally snapped. It was Cirrus Windwhisper, a second-year cadet from Metropolis Arcanum Institute. In anger, she pulled out a dual edict card and a blessing gem. The blessing gem let a turret summon creatures 1 rank higher for 1 hour. Cirrus used it on the Hobgoblin War Turret. The turret temporarily advanced into a Dread Troll War Turret. When the hour ended, the turret reverted, but the 120 Dread Trolls remain. Each one was a transcendent life form and carried troll charge. Cirrus recalled the goblins fighting outside, assembled a goblin army of 50,000 and activated the dual edict card against Leon. A barrier descended and sealed both territories together. The fog over Cirrus land vanished. Leon could now see her formation, especially the line of dread trolls. Cirrus could see his side clearly too. Leon's territory had already reached 24,980 square kilometers. It was 5 times larger than hers. She sent the goblin horde and the dread troll squad forward. The moment they entered the attack range of Leon's Shadow Locust war turrets, the barrage began. Cirrus checked the nearest frontline turret and realized it was far stronger than before. Leon used the incoming kills to build more turrets. When the 10th Shadow Locust War turret was completed, he fused all 10 together and triggered an advancement. 3 heroic paths appeared. True Shadow Locust Bastion, Shadow Locustman Bastion, Colossal Shadow Locust Bastion. Leon chose True Shadow Locust Bastion. The 10 turrets vanished. 1 heroic turret took their place. Its interval fell to 1 second. It gained Shadow Bind and Shadow Point Rupture. It attacked 100 times per second. Then the new turret opened fire. 100 Shadow Needles per second turned the battlefield into a grinder. Cirrus could only order her army to withdraw from that turret's range. And attack elsewhere. The goblins and dread trolls escaped after leaving more than 10,000 and goblin corpses behind. They drove straight into the center of Leon's territory. Because the 10 Shadow Locust war turrets had just been fused, that area now had a massive gap. No turrets intercepted them. Cirrus' territory rapidly recovered to 5,300 square kilometers. Leon saw the flaw. His strongest turrets could not cover everything. He found another answer. Aetherborn War Bastion. Its attack covered the entire territory. Its interval ranged from 1 second to 1 minute depending on charge time. Its skill was Arcane Charge. It cost 30,000 energy. He could not wait for natural income, so he turned to the Crucible Trade Network. He bought cheap Lone Wolf Fangs, fused them, and sold each 9 version for 2,000 high energy. Each cycle earned him 1,200 energy. After more than 20 rounds he had enough, built the Aetherborn War Bastion beside the Death Miasma Locust Bastion, inside the Dead Zone. The tower rose. As soon as it was finished, it began charging. A fireball formed at its tip. After a full minute, it launched. The huge fireball crossed the sky and crashed into the goblin army. Large numbers of goblins died. 5 dread trolls died with them. Cirrus ordered her forces to destroy it. After a long march, the goblin army and dread trolls finally reached the area. 10 kilometers from the Death Miasma Locust Bastion. During that advance, they had already been hit by 5 more charged fireballs. Cirrus sent the fodder first and the dread trolls behind them. They were to tear down the Aetherborn War Bastion and the Death Miasma Locust Bastion together. The moment the army stepped into the Death Miasma ring, the whole force began losing life. With 5 Lone Wolf Fangs loaded, the Death Miasma Locust Bastion's attack had already reached 63. Against ordinary goblins, that was instant death. Its attack ignored defense. It ignored numbers. The goblin army died almost as soon as it entered. Cirrus tried to order a retreat. She was too late. The dread trolls forced their way in, hoping to destroy the two turrets. Before they fell, they managed only a few steps before they collapsed as well. Cirrus watched in silence. She had lost. Leon launched a full offensive into Cirrus White territory. Within a few hours her entire territory fell. Every goblin army and every goblin turret was destroyed. When the last goblin turret broke apart, light rose from Cirrus and pulled her out of the crucible of life and death. Leon won the duel. He took all of Cirrus Windwhisper's territory. His occupied land rose to 29,870 square kilometers. His energy rose to 380,924. The victory also left him with 7 elite Ascension Stone Shards, 1 dual Edict card, and 1 Transcendent Relic Trollheart Relica. It granted 200 armor, 20 attack, and the skill Warshock. Leon fused 5 elite Ascension Stone Shards into 1 Transcendent Shard, and used it on an Ironbone Skeleton Bastion. The turret advanced. 2 paths appeared. Skeleton Knight Bastion. Death Skeleton Bastion. Leon chose Death Skeleton Bastion. The Death Skeleton Bastion had high attack, wide range, and the skill Corpse Burst. When a killed body was touched, it exploded with power equal to 200 of that corpse's attack. A squad of fallen imps entered its range. The turret hurled a bone spear. 1 fallen imp was pinned and killed instantly. Then one of them touched the corpse. The body exploded like a bomb. That single detonation killed 19 fallen imps. That settled it. The Death Skeleton Bastion became one of Leon's key protected assets. He surrounded it with locust cannon nests and fused them into 4 fallen Locust War turrets. With the Death Skeleton Bastion added to his formation, Leon's expansion speed rose again. The nearby Life faction representatives no longer dared to contest him. Several more hours passed. The counterattack he expected from the Life faction never came in. Instead, danger rose from the Death faction. After taking Cirrus Land, Leon's territory now touched 3 Death faction territories. One of those representatives was Lucan Gravewind. He noticed Leon's vast territory. He noticed the weak-looking stats of Leon's newly built locust cannon nests. Then he made his move. He began building turrets along his frontier. He aimed them at Leon's newly constructed locust cannon nests.